Hello. How are you doing, Renee? And welcome, everyone. Back to Mass Effect. We just collected Tally. We've gotten the evidence we need to challenge Saren. But first,
Excuse
let's...
me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
Of course.
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Okay, no worries. Hope your cooking goes well.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
Our
The man in
Spacebird
charge
is
of my case is Mr. Bosker.
adding a Mass to
When
a
I
good
last saw
idea.
him, he was in the
There's more
expensive
on the
bar
stream.
over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral and the respect she deserves.
Is Garrus a Spacebird? Yes. Was adding ammo in Mass Effect 2 a good idea? Yes. I need to... Oh, I need to... Again, I hit shift because I want to sprint. Anything new up here I need to be aware of? Wouldn't... Body. Anything new to say?
Surprised welcome.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere
Okay.
farewell.
Nothing new here.
Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time.
Serious nanomachine virus. Well, he knows that she died after the Geth attack on Eden Prime, so we know that she died in combat. That's all we know right now. What's up?
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a
That's
briefing in the
fine, maybe.
diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Stop stealing corpses. I'm here for Samesh.
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've
Yeah,
seen
so it's weapon
before.
damage.
That is why her body is being held.
0 resources. He's fresh recruit face.
You think that her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
End up mattering. Yeah.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
And you're wrong.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I am out here fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Yeah, it's one body. It's fine.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I have to talk to her after I get Inspector status. Hey, Mr. Bhatia.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin
Played
my
it with
preparations.
Joel in The Last of Us
It
as
does
well.
not bring me
Never played it.
happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
I mean, I've watched a playthrough of it, and Joel is perfectly correct. Do you know why Joel is perfectly correct? You do not vaccinate against fungus. Anything else changed over here? You vaccinate against viruses. You use antibiotics against bacteria. And maybe relatively correct because it wasn't really guaranteed I'll be a cure anyways. Yeah, but again, you vaccinate against viruses, you use antibiotics against bacteria, and use fungicides against fungal infections. It doesn't look like anything's actually changed, so. Everyone has a bad call, though. It was rather bloodthirsty, and definitely came from a position of emotion,
Commander.
more than anything else. What's up, Anderson?
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
Hey, Marina Sirtis.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia. Who is she? Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Ah, yes,
Only
Reapers.
what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
Let's reveal
The
them.
Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Not yet.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be.
Shut
Where
the
did
fuck
the
up,
Reapers go?
Sparatus.
Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again. This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are
Bureaucrats
obviously
bad?
just a myth,
My God.
Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose.
They're not all
A
bad,
legend
like
he is
Toxic.
using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Send me.
I can take Saren down. The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't
Some guy won a
require
Nobel
fleets and
Prize
armies.
for his thesis, politicians
No,
are inherently
It's
self-serving.
too soon. Humanity is not
Did he
ready
also,
for the
his
responsibilities
name
that come with
for
joining the
his conclusion?
Spectres.
Couldn't bother remembering it. Did it in the same year? Did they hand out Nobel prizes for people finding out that water hydrates you? because that seems right along the same lines of being obvious.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Spectre, super secret agents of the Council. Publicly inaugurated.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Yeah, everyone knew that
Spectres are not
politicians were only invented in 1985, so
individuals forged in the fire of service.
I guess everything was new.
Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
Or why are they dead?
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
I'll find him.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
You didn't even want to feel sad and tired. I feel sad and tired as standard anyway, Ryan.
Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Alright, let's go.
I thought the Ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
You need a makeover.
Right behind you, Shepard.
What an interesting place below there. Too bad we never got to go there. I keep hitting shift.
300 years ago, the Geth drove my people into exile. We asked the Council to wipe the synthetics out, but they ignored our pleas.
Maybe if they'd listened, we wouldn't be here now.
Maybe now I can talk to Kahoku?
No, I just...
Yes.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday.
Access some kind of resources, better off scavenging blood-soaked armored space bandits you're gonna stack up out there.
But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I mean, either you can use a 5th generation hand-me-down rifle that the military has kept just in working order within budget, or you can get higher quality civilian grade equipment from out in the wilds and do better. Which one would you like?
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm going to stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath.
Unless you have infinite budget.
I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
I think I have to do one last tour around the Citadel to make sure I've gotten all the side quests.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council.
I hope he's okay.
Just requisition that fleet, they just denied you.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
If your brother is still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Doesn't Kahuku get killed either way? What else? I was thinking of different Mass Effect games, and I would like a Mass Effect RTS. He's in space. And I'd like a Mass Effect RTS, I'd like a Mass Effect FPS.
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel Security to pursue Saren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way, I'd say that beat CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
FPS, maybe like the First Contact War, or maybe the Reaper War, or the Krogan Rebellions, or the Rachni Wars, or something. For FPS or RTS. You could very well do a horror game based around sort of Dead Spacey, based around the idea of the sort of Reaperified races. Mass Effect cart game. Hello there, Helena Blake.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Everyone found out.
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles.
It's been 5 minutes.
I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You're the tea bestie.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures. But their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship.
This conversation seems so
Once they are dead,
jank. Even her animations are jank.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you with the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Or the Red Sand ascend to godhood. You know, after each main mission, I'm going to be coming back here and doing a full top to bottom search for any side missions on the Citadel.
The embassy lounge isn't bad, but they don't have any decent entertainment. It's run by bureaucrats. They probably spend months just voting on what...
From 0 to 100, how based on Dune are Thresher laws? I think now I can talk to Nasana Dantius. space worm. The worms that dig underground and come on up. The big old worms.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm
Really?
very
You
busy.
don't want to talk? Interesting.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Basically stole its homework. What year is it currently in? What year is it currently in this game?
Humanity's the Systems Alliance.
Check CSEC. Oh, I also have to give the
Garrus,
thing back
if you do
to
not mind me asking,
Emily Wong.
how do you feel about hunting a Turian?
Saren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Things are different among my people. There are so few of us. We are expected to be loyal, even when it is difficult.
Don't need to go to the ship yet. Hey, Chalak, anything new?
Good to see you, Commander.
Oh, out of my way. Central Agency of the Galaxy Minister is empty. It's the Presidium. It's where the elite are meant to be, so each person gets a lot of square footage. Hello, Requisition Officer.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC Requisitions Officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Good. License. I mean, we're only on, expensive. We're only on Insanity. I don't think we need to really get new equipment until much later in the game. We'll get by with what we have. I'm sure someone's probably done Mass Effect, Insanity Run, Iron Man, starting equipment only playthrough.
Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Okay, long-ass corridor. Oh, Miss Wong. I've got some splaining to do. What even is this high?
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist's files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are.
Oh no,
Now, if you'll
Solus,
excuse
the
me, I
space
should go see
radiation
what's on
got to
these
you.
discs.
What do you mean? Space radiation got to me. Oh, the tail? Ah, I see. I see. Anyone odd in here? Doesn't look like it, but does it trigger? It does! Yeah, just, you know, potentially kill the man.
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor. Only as an experiment.
Still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
That's still cheating.
That? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
I'll help you out.
Huh. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Oh, Doran.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Rita.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
And yet, you seem less than pleased.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
I'm waiting for someone else.
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Hey there, Doran.
Hello again. Can I help you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Cheaters shouldn't prosper.
I agree with you on that. Thanks again.
I mean, the house always wins,
Take a few
but, you know...
shots at the Quasar. On the house.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
We dinged! Squid. Charm. There, Garrus. Auto level up. Tally. Auto level up. Oh, Shells.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Maybe you should put your talents to better use.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Oh no, I can't cheat anymore. Go fuck yourself. And by Dr. Michelle's office. Hopper, that's expat. I don't know if that's his name or if he is just an expat. Here seems fine. Oops. Now there is the in-between levels. How do you get to the in-between? Kind of the mid. I keep the other floors. Hey, Tally. What do you have to say?
I could get used to living like this.
Maybe she only says it in here.
C-Sec always turned a blind eye to what went on in there. I think Fisk was paying some bills.
Go away.
Dancers are highly respected among my people, but I get the feeling these women are not steam.
So I want to get those in between them, because as long as they have missions. I just can't remember how to get to them. Italy, remember this place where you were almost assassinated? I hope this doesn't bring back traumatic memories. Your expectations being violated so dramatically that it causes you to be scared of any alleyway on the Citadel from now on. It goes there, it goes there. So... how do I get to that in-between level? There. I go to... here, wards access. This might be the in-between level I'm wanting to go to. It's just a thing to a left. Definitely a thing to a
Coming
left.
up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Yeah, here we go.
So how are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Oh. Journal for something. Greens. Brother, Lena Blake. Eternity, hostage. Okay, I think at this point I go to
I'd love to
the
see
Normandy.
what the Normandy can do in a fight.
How so? The Normandy is built for stealth, not combat.
But the stealth drive adds a new tactical level to space combat as we know it. Surprise attacks, undetected flanking maneuvers.
If it comes to a fight, I'd prefer a flotilla ship. It's easier to trust what you've worked on yourself.
Yeah, but, you know, don't be scared of innovation. Things are good because... things are as good as they are now is because we have decided to innovate. So how do I get around to... I have to go to C-Sec Academy.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
For drink. An alcoholic drink. Hi. Non-sponsored Coca-Cola. Oh, if you want to sponsor me, I'm totally up for it.
The Quarians endangered the entire galaxy when they let the Geth break free. I hope your people are properly contrite, Tally.
As the Turians are properly contrite for releasing the genophage upon the Krogan.
You're assuming that sterilizing them was a mistake.
Hello?
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
Everyone stop talking now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Right there.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning
That's
up.
your job.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
You
How are
okay?
you holding up?
Honestly, this
Why does he
is
sound
how
muffled?
I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina.
It's like
she wanted to get a human
just earwax is built up in Shepard's ears, and this is what we're hearing.
me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of.
Ah, the earwax
I
cleared
had a
out.
chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad.
You're a man of
He was looking
action.
for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Cap.
Maybe he just likes the violence.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he was just trying to make...
Why'd you let...
I had a bad feeling about him right
The only
from the
thing I
start.
care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra
Pharos.
intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Right, let's go. On to the Normandy. I'd like to enter the Normandy, thank you.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna
Let's do it.
him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%.
Yeah, that's because they're at the front, Joker. They're always all behind me.
Say to the crew? Now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay. Off we go. Presley, you have any more racist comments to say?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Fucking okay. Mr. Racist XO. He's like the opposite of Riker. Riker would bang all the aliens. Racism checking. Oh, this is... I move a little bit and it hops. Well, obviously we're going to be going to every single system that doesn't have a main quest. The Neuromadney.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command.
I can't remember the actor's name, but he played Bishop in Aliens.
An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared.
Because we now have Galactic Perspective saying his parent was objectively the worst.
That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems.
5-head and hair curtain is never the move.
Go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed him.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
I might be able to end this without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous. I'll trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Cool. I'm not going to read out every single one. I'm going to be checking each one for like survey. Restaurant. This is where we land, so we aren't doing that yet. Dagon sounds like a fucking Klingon world. There's usually something in the... You see how it's lurching? Oh, that's so off-putting. Heavy metal, nice. Survey, light metal, cobalt. So, medallion. Okay, let's go to the Mako. But more Kyle as time has gone on. Part of me was tempted to get, like, pictures of the maps of... Let's get Caden with us. Because I think that if this is where Major Kyle is, this might be good. Issue more gameplay. And... Bring Garrus. Bring Rex. Something over here. They shift. For this is a boost. Space is the jets. Left click machine gun, right click cannon. I need more Omni Gel. Or Tin of the Doom looks like. You know, true. But you know, 40k never stole anything from Doom. Okay, Thresher Balls kind of shred the Mako on this difficulty a bit. Dead? It is dead. Cool. This is anomaly, debris, biotic compound. Oh, I'm gonna have fun climbing that wall. I can see a route though. given that this has wheels, is this technically more of an armored car than it is a tank? What do we have to Mass Effect 1? Oh, but no, but there was the Firewalker. Remember that? Oh, there's something up there too. Yeah, I think this technically counts as an armored car. Which makes sense as like a scouting vehicle. What's a Bradley? Bradley's an IFV, but how do I get out of this? You. Green insignia, nice.
All targets down.
It's an infantry fighting vehicle. APCs kind of went away with the Cold War. Things like the M113. Roger locks. Yep. There was something north of me here. Nico spotted. Hey, PJ! There was... Or was that the thing I already did? That was that thing I already did. It was something... Was something over here? Maybe I just am the dumb. Is why bother with wheels at all? So I think the real difference is that wheels tend to be faster and more maneuverable than tracks, but they are more susceptible to bad terrain than tracks, I think. I can't remember. But wheels this thick would definitely be better than standard wheels. Hover cars in Citadel, yeah, but they are... If you have a tank with wheels, if something goes wrong with a wheel, you have the other wheels to compensate and it's fine. If you have a hover car and something goes wrong with the anti-grav hover thing, you die. It's why, like, hover cars as a technology are something that we actually have nowadays. Not one hover plane, it's many. It was... The ability to have hover cars has existed for decades now. The reason why we don't use hover cars is 1, cost, 2, complexity, but 3, you don't want people driving around, just flying in the air, like drunk. Car isn't a tank. What's the same risk? No, the thing is that if you're reliant on hovering with like anti-grav plates or whatever, it's extra complexity without much benefit, and it's more difficult to fix if something goes wrong. Is it all the time? Yeah, but that's because it's civilian. This is a military vehicle, and militaries tend to prefer to go with something that is more durable, rugged, and easy to maintain. Oh yeah, no, it could, and it does. But again, that's a civilian vehicle. It's different priorities, different regulations, all that kind of thing. But also, it's not that the Citadel is a war zone, and that if a hover plate goes bad and the other plates can't compensate, it's not like... which one do I go to?
Cover me.
It's not like you're gonna have a bunch of people shooting at you. There goes the BMP of space vehicles. Kinda. Over here. It's the Staghound, I think, of space vehicles. I thought it was B or DN that had the wheels.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
Want to see Major Kyle?
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's
You're
important.
down in BTR. Okay.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
I'm here to help.
I want this to end peacefully. If he doesn't see me, people could get hurt.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
Needs my help.
The Alliance wants someone to pay for those murders. Let me speak to Major Kyle, and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out
Like
of this
space
alive.
cookies.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Cult Leader. It's the ATF. And FBI. We're here to commit things that will be normally classified as war crimes. Because we're a civilian agency and facing civilians, it doesn't count as a war crime. We're going to doctor evidence.
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come.
Richard
We have
Combat
no
Arena
quarrel
boxes.
with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand
speak
you're
up, buddy.
endangering
Yeah.
your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
Let's help them
You
now.
ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators. You must face the consequences of your actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
You're doing the right thing, Major. Your children will be better off for it. Come on.
Wait,
There we
if
go.
my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to
It's
kill
alright,
them
let
all.
him go. No.
You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I believe you.
I'm gonna trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Oh.
Those other men from the Alliance tried to kill Father Kyle.
Hey, Blue. How are you? Welcome to me trying to be diplomatic. Nope. They're gone away. Be prepared to see this same fucking colony room, and then the same kind of warehouse, and the same kind of fucking ship interior. multiple times. Over and over. I always prefer to settle things without violence if I can.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to
Mass
us
Effect
without
wasn't my
incident.
jam, but a good game. That's fair.
Make
It
sure
wasn't.
he gets the
It
help
wasn't
he
mine
needs.
for a while, but I got
To be
into it.
honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
Awesome. Zoom out. Anything else in this system? No. I should really actually talk to the crew a little bit. More specifically, like Garrus and Rex. Well, no one interesting apart from Dr. Chakwas in this level. Hey, Gare Bear.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do
Nope,
it.
and don't justify the means.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
Or some sci-fi peppies minds, ancient alien stuff, and people just using alien tech. Yeah. That was your reason?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more
Tell them
red
no.
tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
So, Garrus, what does it feel like to have a left side of your face?
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a
That
change.
depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Good. Hey, space racist. Bye, space racist. Hey, Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries.
Rex
Don't
relationship.
tell me you haven't had some
Spacist.
interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I
Unfortunate.
heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with
There
a
was no
genetic
good option
mutation,
there because none of those options
an
were
infection
right.
that makes
It's not
only
the
a few
same.
in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Hello there.
Hey, Toxie. How are you?
Genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
Yeah, that's Genophage.
We're
Yeah.
sure not getting any stronger.
Good. Good to hear.
Spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about
Yeah,
the Genesis?
Shepard's saying that is basically the same thing. What happened to the Krogan happened to humanity.
Ask the Solarians if you want details.
There's no way to side with Rex from the get-go.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yeah, when Rex said, like, what happened with humanity and what happened with the Krogan aren't the same thing, there should have been an option of, you're right, it's not the same thing.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here
Seems
asking me about our
deterministic.
engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks...
With the invention of gunpowder, then when Krogan Death was eaten by a giant predator, so Death changed to gunshot afterwards. Yeah.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at
Disagree
FTL
with the
speeds longer before we have to
Krogan,
discharge
but
the
life
core.
is synthetic to his exhaustion. Yeah.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship.
Always going to fight something
Couldn't
that I
hold
can
a
see everyone
candle to
else's
the
paranoia.
Normandy,
Yeah. I like the fact that dreadnoughts are still a term.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Hey, Tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
It's
The
special.
Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant
Tally.
fleet
Yep,
is
best
the key
girl.
to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original
They
flight
brought up
from
much,
the
but
get.
Krogans would literally have wiped out everyone else because they could before the genophage.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries
Quite
old.
possibly. I mean, the Krogan rebellions were
Being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't
Were them
pretty, but they
trying.
work, mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But
Yeah,
some
the
things
Krogan
we
rebellions.
just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
What happened was the Rachni appeared. The Rachni were going to defeat the at that point smaller council space. They found the Krogan. They uplifted the Krogan. The Krogan fought in the wars. Won the wars. Were given some planets to colonize. Started going further. The council space now had to deal with the Krogan. They found the Turians. They got the Turians to help deal with the Krogan. And with the Turian fleets buying them time, the Solarians made a genophage and the Turians deployed it on the Krogan. What about the
I
pilgrimage?
want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager
Unbridled
to increase the size of
expansion
their
is
crew.
really a rebellion.
It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Well, I think, if I remember correctly, what happened was the council said you can have like this, and this world, and the Krogan took those worlds. And we're like, oh, we like the look of those worlds. And the council said, no, like they're for other races, they're for mining, or they're for or whatever. And the Krogan's like, no, fuck you, we're going to take them. And so they broke council law. The council tried to stop them, and the Krogan fought back overwhelmingly.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt
about
I
the
can
robots.
tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I
And the
know is
Krogan,
the
they
story
could have
of
been
their
sent back to the
origins,
one dirtball that came
what
from.
they were when we created them. and
How?
they
How?
turned
How
to
could
us.
they have been sent back? Because they were uplifted. They were given technology. They were given ships. They were given the ability to wage war. How could they have just been sent back? That's the real thing. The council didn't have the ability to just send them back.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Managed to invent nukes
Many
by
of the
themselves to
Geth's
do themselves
logic
to a Mad
systems
Max
were
world.
designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they
I don't
are.
think they invented nukes. I think they used the weapons that they were given. Given an aggressor these weapons and taken away an external enemy becomes an issue. Yeah. No, it wasn't that they invented nukes and nuked themselves, it's that they had these super powerful weapons from a technology way above them.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory
Alright,
data
others can
or
shine, actually make
information.
super good stories.
Their
Yeah.
programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level.
Make
It's
their own
basically
nukes, we gave them the
synthetic
tech to get
equivalent of
there.
the subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate
0.10.
low-level
Yeah.
functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I thought in their need for shock troops, they gave them just, here is current standard technology as of insert year here. That they fought in.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
So, what you do at that point, right, is, oh shit, we've created a sentient race. What we now need to do is stop putting them into this slave role, and then start investigating how sentient are they? Are they sapient? Do we have to create a new home for them? Do they have rights? And as such, responsibilities? Is there any way we can guide them towards a tolerant and cooperative way of being? Or we can do what the Quarians did and just try to kill them.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane,
Because of bots.
repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the
All
Geth were
clankers.
intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against
That's
us,
only if you
so we
continued.
acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, you see, because if they were becoming sentient, understanding what was going on, and so as the Geth gained this self-awareness, actually play God, a fast and easy guide to AI and biotechnology integrations, yeah. But if you say, right, this is how you were created, this is why you were created, don't continue saving the Geth, what's the point of having Geth slaves? Yeah, but either way, they were going to lose the Geth. Either they tell the Geth, we created you to be workers, but now that you're self-aware, we can't ethically do this, so let's find a way to cooperate and continue in a cooperative fashion. So they lose their Geth slaves, or, oh no, the Geth are becoming sentient. If we still have these things, like the Council's going to get mad, so we kill them all, they lose their Geth slaves, not just make stupider Geth. Yeah, but I think the issue was is that the Geth systems were so integral to the infrastructure that they couldn't. It was easier to attack the Geth than it was to attack their own infrastructure. I think that was kind of one of the big things.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice.
Yes, you did.
The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place.
Almost isn't the guilt and fear I'll keep them alive in fucking mode.
To war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None.
Oh, that's
Why
thinking
do you
in
think they cut
utilitarian
themselves off from
terms.
the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
So we just put the AI in bodies, make drones be their bodies, and let them be rewarded for success. Probably because if you already have an industry of tools and machines and vehicles, that it's thinking in terms of how she thinks and how she's been talking. Oh yeah, I know. I'm just stating sort of a more third-party view. But if you already have an industry of vehicles and tools and things made around a humanoid body, if you can make humanoid machines that can use those same tools, it simplifies the manufacturing and production space, because you're still just making the same things. The difference is who uses them. There's the words crazy catsuit wearing space lady.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we
No,
do
offender,
must
she's
in
wrong.
some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become
Geth
too
have culture?
few. If our population is in
I believe they
decline,
can.
the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Well, that makes no
In
sense.
extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law.
Let me just see.
Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to
population
give them advice and
growth
guidance.
if every couple had two. If every couple had exactly 2 children, it would stabilize. Possibly. It could be that they have to adjust for death rates. So, and also for, let's say, if a ship goes down, so there's not enough capacity or whatever. So I think what happens is they bounce between 1 and 2, and when she says that it hasn't been had to happen in over a century, I think that's active incentives to have like 2 or more children. So I have a feeling they just bounce between 1 and 2.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
But also I think there are some Quarian colonies.
The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only
Robots
overruled the
get connected to
Conclave
humans,
4
possibly as extra
times.
bodies, grow slowly together. Fair. Also, that system of the conclave and Admiralty Board is kind of like how our system works here, where you have the Dáil, which is our parliament, and the president, who mostly is a diplomatic figurehead, has the power to dissolve the Dáil, but in doing so, he or she has to trigger a presidential election at the same time as a general election. So if the public disagree with the president's decision, they're out.
I should go.
I know this stream has been a lot of talking so far, but I think it's been a lot of important talking. Alrighty. Talking enough until we're talking about killing those rust buckets. Good talk, you guys.
Message coming in.
I wonder if it was Admiral Hackett.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a Akuz.
This.
This can't have anything to do with what happened to me on Akuz.
Those Thresher Maws killed dozens of soldiers. If this was more than just an accident, we need to know. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck.
Wayne, working alongside Dr. Garth. That's the one we actually have to land on. Matriarch's writings. And Corey. Gas deposit. Hydrogen. Insert track of Hydrogen by Moon that was in Hotline Miami. God, you know people want to bring heavy bombers back so they can drop tanks in like this behind enemy lines, so to speak, but it's a terrible idea, don't do it. Infiltrator, Garrison Tally, who needs biotics? Yeah, fair. Raver, and reveal at the end the Quarians have mandibles like predators, but the fan base having human lips, so unlikely. Yeah, I mean, they're like you can even see through Tally's visor there. They are quite humanoid from the get-go. But I would have liked something. I know they in the Legendary Edition they changed the image you get in Mass Effect 2 if you romance Tally. But the original image, that stock image, was that was such an insult. Pissed you off so much? Yeah, same. Very insignia.
Now it gets fun.
Can help Gale out and about in town. No worries, Blue. Thank you very much. Hope everything goes well. Knee deep in the Tally Mantis back and everything drop and everyone was livid. Yep. Pulse check, hydration check. Yep. A bit of a sippy. For the face, obvious lower part of the face. All sorts of fun things. Maybe a proboscis. Isn't that just a nose? Show picture. Let me... one sec. Alt tab. Original tally photo. Here we go. This is from Reddit of all places. So I'm just going to go back to live. So on the left is the original, and on the right is the Legendary Edition. If I go back here, here's the original stock photo. Oh yeah, I remember, Ryan. Don't you worry, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Those lazy bastards. Yep. Here's the thing. If you want someone to properly design an alien or something that people will find attractive, what you do is you don't just get a human stock photo and add some things on top of it. What you do is you go to Fur Affinity or DeviantArt and find the best artist you can. Oh, I need to allow that because that is true. Yeah, precisely. I have to allow that. Professional pervert. No, see, you have to get specific ones because, I mean, you could say that, let's say, 50 Shades of Grey or whatever writer that is, I don't know, I don't care, is a pervert. And a professional one at that, because they get paid. They got paid to write those books. What you need is a specialist. You can be a specialist without being professional. Professionals have standards? No. Experts have standards. There's a way to zoom in, wasn't there? Can't remember. Ah, it was this. That was fun. The loot, thankfully you don't take the loot off the dead bodies. When you finish the fight, you just get stuff. It's the boxes that you loot. Oh, excuse me, I want this load of whatever this is, debris or whatever. Dog corpses? Nah. Not unless they're like environment corpses that have already been there. Love all those lines on that planet or moon. Hello there, probe. Let me show you how tanks are really meant to enter battle. And surely they can make every species take Mass Effect. What a fool I was, Hanar 98. I mean, even Vorcha. Are you really surprised by Hanar? Really? Like, the tentacle aliens? That really catch you off guard? You are not an innocent man. You watch VTubers, I know how not innocent you are. Believe me, I'm a VTuber, I know. Borcha, 127. Yep. I don't know what the name of the alien is that Shadow Broker is. The name of the species that Shadow Broker is, but... Down goes a shotgun. Watch aren't degenerates. That's what they all say. Yog. Yeah, look up Yog. I'm sure there's probably something for Yog.
Go, go, go! Shutting them down. On shields.
Excuse me while I fall back. 203. Yep. Oh, hello, Krogan. And he's going to go invincible for a bit. Why is there a floating fucking hex orb there? You okay, buddy? You don't like it? There's a species of avians like aliens in the lore. Yeah, Turians. Come on, shield regen. Also, remember how I play this game. I'm someone that always forgets that I actually have... that I have, powers to use. Actual bird species, the Ralloy? I have no idea. Do they have art? Do they have description? Get some money for Quarian, so I want to say 1,282. $4,200. Blaze it. There's fan art I can show you. Actual fan art, not Rule 34 stuff. I keep changing the wrong one. I wish I could just not have weapons I don't use. There we go. Like cassowary with a gun. Ah, so Australians. The Fanawiki. Space Australians. There's no official art of them. I am squishy. What is the button for it? No, is it shift? It's shift. How do I... That. That. And what's Medigel again? F? No. T? No. Options? Key bindings? First aid? V. Did that not bring him back? No? Okay. Why am I walking so slowly? There we go.
All clear.
Thanks, Garrus. Override. Do. What got stuck? Humans only show up after all the massive galactic moral and ethical dilemmas have been solved to get Smokey second guess everyone. Yeah, of course.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
Corporal Toombs? But I saw you die on Akuz. How did you get here?
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this. This man is delusional.
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a
here is
holding
to let the
cell.
gunman kill
Scientists
everyone.
were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Toombs, I didn't see anybody. If I'd seen you, I would have come back for you, I swear.
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
Anyone who says that in a situation like this
She knows the truth.
is probably the bad guy.
This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
Oh, I don't have enough.
I can arrest him. He'll answer for his crimes in court.
Weren't you listening? He was part of a secret
Let's try the logic.
organization. I don't know what Cerberus is, but they'll never let their operation become public. This is the only way. Are you helping me, or are you killing me?
Toombs, it doesn't have to be like this. This isn't the only way.
It is for me.
Oh.
I avenge them, Shepard. Our unit can finally rest in peace. I can finally let go. The vids say that you were the sole survivor of what happened at Akuz. Who am I to argue?
Well, that isn't how I wanted it to go. But hey, leveled up. Oh, was I short of that to save him? Really? Oh shit, first aid. Nice. Equipment. Use, don't use. Fish. Fish. It's good. Heavy armor, can't use it. Cool. Fish. Cool. Fish. Cool. Fish. Cool. Cool. Now, upgrades. Addicts, toxic, hammerhead. Physical force, interesting. Improve sighting. Ability. Damage, cool. Achieving Riz Master. He wasn't a hot alien. We're going nice and anti-synthetic. I got a battle too. Nice. Mage, nothing there. Any armor boost? Do shield recovery. It's sad.
Message coming in.
So sad.
Patching it through.
It's a sad
I
situation.
reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. It's unfortunate both the Doctor and Toombs died, but I know you did your best under the circumstances. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think it actually was just more trauma for her, given what has happened.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on
Got more trauma as a treat.
Armstrong cluster.
There's a little bit more trauma as a treat.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
I'm on it, Admiral.
Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts.
Announcing after you're done saving the galaxy
We're
3
transmitting
times.
all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
This is... There. Okay, so let's start with... Oh, I hate the jumping around it does. That I don't remember this happening before. Let's start with the Gagarin system. Trauma equals XP. Pick the green ending. I remember when they precisely said, we're not just going to have an A, B, or C ending, and they gave you an A, B, or C ending. And then they gave you an A, B, C, or D ending with the DLC. Red, blue, or green originally, yeah. Okay, here's something. Here's an activity that we're going to do each time we land on a planet. We'll say yay or nay on if it's somewhere we would like to live on. Small barren terrestrial world. Their team under the system approximately 10,000 years ago. Is near the end, so spiral inwards. Earthquakes and iconic windstorms are increasingly common. Yeah. It's improved a bit, but yeah. Honestly, I'm not even sure it improved it. It felt so kind of forced that I don't know. Yeah, so 60.5 Earth hours, the day length, 46 degrees Celsius, 0.87 surface gravity. Perfect for Rex, who can survive it, and Tully, who's in an environment suit. Blue ending. This is actually where Ryan lives in California. This is exactly how it looks, including having that there. We've had months like that, yeah. $4K a month. There are places near me that are legit $4K a month for not even very big apartments. It's insane. Like, even if I was to get, like, living alone disability assistance, I would not be able to afford to live anywhere near any of my family. So let's do a 360. I will try. So... I didn't turn enough. Okay. Ah, damn. What the fuck's going on in Ireland? The housing crisis. That's what's going on. Let's pass by and get that anomaly first. It's sad because there was a hashtag going around, Ireland is full, and that was, ooh, there's minnows over here, and that was used by people saying, hey, we need more housing. Like, we can't just have these, don't have a massive housing tower or something. Alright, apartments here, I saw an apartment 3K a month, but you'll have to respond to a drive-by shooting at that building. Yeah. Gentrification. Like, yeah, there are apartment blocks, but not hugely, we're fairly low density. But, yeah, the Ireland is full hashtag was giving out about the lack of affordable housing. Everything was either vulture funds developing land banks, or it was places that builders were only building to rich people. But then it was co-opted by the anti-immigrant crowd saying Ireland is full. So, you know, no more immigrants, which isn't the issue. Thorium. Hey, I'll send that to our submarine. Don't you hate it when good things are co-opted by bad people? Like that hashtag, or America. Cough, didn't say it, cough. Let's see Link try to solve that. Just something over here. You smell a thresher maw. Hey Balka, how are you? Are you well? Scavenge mates camp are gone. They seem to have abandoned abruptly some time ago. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Good chance of finding work today. Very nice. in Canada, but I live in an affordable area of the country. When people complain about expensive housing ads, they've given my area a shot, they go, ooh no, and then complain more. Yeah, for me, it's like, I would love to live either near my family here or live near my family down in Wexford, where things are definitely cheaper, but it's definitely more rural. And I don't mind that. I don't need anything big. It's just that, you know, I'm lucky to live where I do right now. It's a house that's been in the family since before this place was built up. This house was built in the 60s when there's all still farmland. But now that, you know, things that the city has sprawled out to it, it's now it's beside one of the most expensive places. For some reason, falling from heights like that in the Mago still gives me a little bit of vertigo inside my stomach. A little bit of the dropping feeling. Toronto would pay Manitoba prices. Interesting. Well, I hope that the chance of finding work goes well for you, Balkan. Also, I was tempted to reload and go a different route around before going to find tombs, but I didn't want to go that whole fight again. I do. I'm told a person just quit today. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing, it's work for you. Bad thing, it could imply a bad and iffy work environment. But as long as it's something that you want to do, and you're happy doing it for as long as you might need, I hope it goes well. Yep. That reminds me, we got... Oh, did we ding? Oh no, wait, Rex. Auto level up. Skip remaining, thank you. Equipment. Did I get a better pistol? No, I did not. Omni Gel. Rex, let's give you a better pistol, let's give you... better shotgun, whatever. You're biotic, take this. So many of this decryption is just straight, just go really fast. Oh, hello there. I like the fact that they glow less after they discharge. UI and PC is so much different than console, even the hacking is different. No audio, bad guys. Hello? Any more husks? Simon Says. I vaguely remember that. My aim! Well, fuck me, I guess. I didn't realize they're coming from the opposite direction. Oh, please don't. Oh! Reaper backshots? I mean, what? Used to saving manually. Is there a quick save? I hope there's a quick save. Also, I'm probably 100% certain that there is Rule 34 of the Reapers. Not like Reaper... No, not Reaper like units, but Reapers themselves. Oh yeah, a lot? Mm. Let's go. Polonium. I mean, whatever about the design of the Mako, whoever made the like, chassis and suspension deserves some kind of, like, Nobel Engineering Prize or whatever. Let's go straight down. Probably went with the tits and I was an adult, I just run piercers. Fair. As people who know me and know how I game, I am very bad at picking good combinations of things, and I do not run metas very often at all. Some might say that I'm being inefficient and not playing properly. I like to call it shitting around. Full metal jackets are my go-to. Oh, there's minerals over yonder. Just remember. The only kind of training, quote-unquote, I got is, for years, I used to airsoft with a former Irish Army drill sergeant, and I said that at one point I was interested, so he decided to, as we played, sort of teach me and train me in different things. Nowhere near full training, but, you know, bits and pieces. Past the Newton speech in this? Newton speech. Yeah, that's the next game. F5, F9. Make Siren do the funny. It's the Paragon thing to do. Let him redeem himself. Wrong direction. Redeem is a strong word. To us, yeah. To be fair, it does result in him realizing that he is being indoctrinated, and that with the last bit of control he has left, there's only one thing he can do to try and help Shepard, and that is the thing he does. So, in as much as is physically possible for himself, he does what he can, which, you know, to a degree, is redemption. Okay, they're now active, so I want to back up, I think. He wasn't asked pre-indoctrination, though? Oh, 100%. Not saying he wasn't. I can't remember... let me look back on his road to hell. I like to think that a lot of people are redeemable. I can't remember, was Saren dealing with indoctrination when he was being a dick to Anderson and all that? Need some Omnigel to repair the Mako from time to time. I think that was early indoctrination, yes, fair. Better. Yes. Fuck it, let's give this one a go. Oh, and you use your shotgun? Yes, you use... I don't fucking know. Sniper. Spectre weapons, they're real nice. Yep, real expensive too. No, I think it was a V-Zone crit because of how the first contact went. If I remember correctly, the Turians shot first. That the whole thing was that the Turians shot first to keep humanity away from the relay or something. Holy fucking shit, can you not? I think you should... aggressive from the Turians, but a lot of Turians still don't like humans because of it. Yeah. I also think that they don't like the fact that humans were really fucking good at... The humans lost, of course, but the humans, for their technology level, not really coming across any other races, sort of strategy in combat, things like that. That humans could also, in theory, be a threat to the Turians' kind of dominance in the sphere of warfare, given how well they did with inferior technology and tactics. Destroyer jump scare? Yeah. Those who were bros because they were similar. Oh, let me get into my tank, please. Did the Geth use Omni tools in this? Sometimes looks like it.
Clear out? This should be fun.
You said he hasn't any interaction with Reaver Tech yet. Okay. Maybe because we were messing with Mass Effect Relay. Well, they first stepped in because humans were using a mass relay. Then the war happened, and humanity put up a really good fucking fight for statistically, the Turians should have wiped humanity out in the war, but humanity did way better, which is why the Turians were thinking of doing another kind of genophage, but on humanity. It was a war. Short or relatively small as it was a war.
Securing point.
I know the Turians call it the Relay 314 incident, but I think also we have to consider the scale of it. For humanity, it was a war, and I think by definition it was a war. But because of the different sizes of civilizations, that it was more of an isolated incident than it was a full war. Yeah, that's the thing. You're seeing it from two completely different perspectives. Bit overly graded. I think the only reason humans didn't get done for it was because more of the species has already stepped in. I remember that. I just remember humans. I can't remember where I read it, but humans did really well for what they should have been able to do. Gagarin, Tereshkova. Even incredibly vague. Yeah. I think there were some bits in, I think, the Citadel DLC where you go into the archives that you get some information about it. Anything else in here? Okay, Antibar. Survey. After human soldier, yeah. Nothing here. The juice. They didn't invent Master Chief yet. Halo with a Master Chief. If it was Star Trek, it would have been the Gene Wars. Where's that bar? There it is. Human just recites his soldier details and Turians laugh at our shit weapons. What do you think if instead of it was one of the best weapons of the game, if it wasn't the Human Alliance, but let's say Starfleet that came across the Turians? Oh, I remember this. you not, please? Into the program, sorry, has done so much techno bullshit that we can't really judge. Fair. Imagine if it was like a Picard. The equivalent of... the Alliance equivalent of a Picard. In the Alliance equivalent of the Enterprise coming across the Turians and the relay and being fired on. Special here. I see Geth and burnt bodies. Oh, is that, damn it. This is what happened to, well... You keep seeing, Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle everywhere. Ethan, because they're allergic to the letter E. God, I would love, like Problem of the Week Mass Effect show. Done in, like, the Next Generation style. Or even Deep Space Nine style, that would be great. Post some... or my chemistry teacher, calling this debris. Onwards. Yeah, a Deep Space Nine style Mass Effect show would be great. There. I think I'm too close to the Geth outpost. I think that's the issue. Nope. Nope. And the outpost to the north. The northern north. I think if Cisco was in the Mass Effect universe, he would have been so much better than normal Alliance command to fight a war against the Reapers. There we go. Hey, I level up. They just nosedive right into the ground. If I remember correctly, something else happens. Oh, hello, where are you? Hello there. Oh, the Voyager was interesting. I liked Voyager. A lot of people didn't like Voyager. A lot of people, for some reason, didn't like Deep Space Nine. Just calling it like Star Trek Goes Nowhere, despite it having some of the best writing in TV history.
Done. We're halfway there.
It's traveling at warp 16. Yeah, they redo the warp scale from the original series. The best and worst overall, it's not great. Yeah, I mean, I also enjoyed Enterprise. I just liked having the earlier humanity stumbling through the stars being a small piece of shit civilization. Like, I think even in some of the big battles that the Enterprise took part in, it was basically doing nothing but being an annoying little fly compared to everyone else's, I think because of Voyager were all badly handled. Fair. These two. Part in the Native American stuff as well as Amelia Earhart. Yeah. Anomaly, debris, anomalous signal, get outpost. Guess I'm going this way first. How to climb this mountain. Early Next Generation also had some of those issues. It was trying not to be racist in a very racist way. Native American Sultan was an Italian con man, and then continuing to use them. Well, that's something that a lot of people don't realize is. Fuck, come on. Is admitting to a mistake, owning up to it, and then showing that you're willing to change to make things better is gets a lot more goodwill than just trying to hide that you've made a mistake. So they did a press conference saying, "Hey, we didn't realize this guy was a con man. Now we do. We are sorry for any any insults or offense that we caused. We have now hired an actual Native American consultant. You stopped doing that thing. Yeah. Fuck, come on. But no, stopping doing the thing should be minimum. But owning up to the mistake and saying what you're going to do to change things and how they're going to be better and all that kind of thing. I'm going to actually get this debris. Do I have that debris on my scanner? I don't. Let's get that debris first. Good luck with the off-roading. Thank you very much. But yeah, owning up to it publicly, saying what you're going to do to fix it, yada yada, is the best thing you can do in almost any situation where you fuck up. Because then people will be more likely to give you a chance. They can see where you went, that you know where you went wrong, that you know how to fix it, that you understand the harm it might have caused. And then as such are more willing to give you a chance and not beat you up too badly over the mistake. Refusing to own up to it, hiding it, not changing what you're doing, that's... I don't know which one I should go to first. I should get up high anyway. Chat, help me get high. That's what you need to do. And like, it even comes around to like parenting. Like, some people think as a parent that you have to show that you're always right, you're never wrong, yada yada. How many of you have had experience with your parent where your parent admits that they were wrong and wants to try and fix things, and that has been a bad experience? That you have thought less of your parent because they have spoken to you truthfully and honestly and wish to do better. What's over there? Whenever I play this game, I always go by the fucking Operation Flashpoint rule of terrain texturing. That if it's rock, it's something that's going to be difficult. If there's grass, it's going to be fine. A couple more. Oh, hello there. That's more than just a couple more. Let's just look around for a bit. I'm glad this gun can just angle his weapon from the end of the barrel. Level up. I really should have done this before going to tombs. I could have saved him. Oh, I kind of turn off the gas comm. Cool. So now let's try to find out what's over here. Without going right into the fucking dip of this canyon in the middle of these mountains. I suppose the terrain being as it is kind of makes sense given, I'm assuming, the constant meteor shower that it's under. And if it happens so frequently that this grass has probably evolved to be very hardy and resistant and grow fast. Or able to handle the dust that might be brought up by such an impact. I can see it over there. I just have to thread the needle. That is this godforsaken landscape. Bacon. Damn. Design. Interesting. Get outpost. Time to break more robots, as people in the chat have been begging for me to do. You know who you are. on. Bit of grass to bit of grass. And stuck. On. Do not throw me down the mountain. Do not throw me down the mountain. Where the fuck am I going? It's back here somewhere. I see it. Fuck, shit. Well, here we go. I think so. Doing this reminded me of, I think it was in World War I, a single, what was the name of it? Like, Little Willie tank or whatever? Broke through German lines and just was going around behind the trenches, constantly just causing issues wherever it went. Even to the degree of, like, stealing fuel supplies and such. I must look up that story again. Do I have to just destroy you or something? Can you, like, explode already? Oh, I see the path, bottom right. There we go. Cool, that's that one done. We started this stream with a lot of talking, and now we're doing a lot of shooting. Banshee. Magi. No thanks. Not yet. Regal. Earn insignia. Almost. I'm land on Magi and deal with the last of the Geth. I think it's the last of the Geth. Rex seems to be having a lot of fun. Let's bring him with. Oh, it's a binary star system. I didn't even notice that. What I must do is I must go onto YouTube and have a look to see if there's any quote-unquote armored historian experts or whatever that have done an actual breakdown of the Mako and how viable it is as an armored vehicle. Like, I don't think the boost is really meant to be for, like, getting you up mountainsides, but it would help you get out, probably help you get out of the mud and traverse gaps in the terrain, or trenches even. Because despite what I thought at around this time, when this game was released 2007, where I thought trench warfare would never come back again, it definitely has. So the consideration for overcoming those trenches would be something that would probably be kept in vehicle design. Oh, this is another Thresh 'em off fight, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Your insignia. Say. I always like to bury these things down little crevices. Mask accelerator shots. Ah. It's Dino Crisis in space! You know that if humanity started to bring back dinosaurs with, like, genetic engineering or whatever, that the Krogan would want to fucking fight the dinosaurs. Okay, let's go to the Geth outpost. Just broke the fucking thing, okay. Yes, I do tend to drive as the crow flies to wherever I want to go. I trust in the Mako, mostly. Guessing it's up here in a little crevice. Oh no, further up. Hello there. Beryllium. Light metal. Light metal. Light-hearted. Light summer clothing. Light beer. Oh, I see more mineral. I crave that mineral. What we need is, or some of the dwarves from Deep Rock Galactic here to get this mineral. Magnesium. Another level up. I'm sure we must have started getting your maxing things soon. Come on, get over that lip. What kind of place is this? Oh, it's just one of these, that's fine. One game I'm kind of tempted to play is giants is in Kabuto. At the same time, not really. Well, hello there, Gaff Colossus. Yeah, these unstoppable robotic enemies. Can't deal with. Thunder tank.
I thought one of these outposts would be a major base of operations.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
The main Geth base. Use the signal to lock onto its location and go take it out.
Cool. Where's my tank? Why'd I get out of the tank to talk? Wait, what did I press? No, I wanted to... Fuck. Didn't want to land here! What you're hearing there is me frantically hitting space and escape. No worries, Toxie. Thanks for coming by. You sleep well. And... is there another one here? Grissom. Benda. Survey. Check this. Asteroid belt. Anything in particular? No. Notenban. No. It's going to be this. It's going to be Sulker I'm not going to land on. Yeah, looks pretty cool though. Are you guys prepared for full streams of me going around on Mass Effect 2 surveying planets? Polonium. Who am I to prevent Rex from having fun? Level 1 hazard. Something. Anomaly debris, I guess. I'll go this way. This one we know the Threshermaw fight pit. Okay, no, good. Looks oddly suspicious. I don't trust natural formations. Like this cave was not a natural formation. Recharge writings. Three. Let's go. I think after picking up Liara, I might start getting the quote-unquote loyalty missions from everyone. Oh, cool. to what should be the Get outpost. But we're going to do some indoor fighting, huzzah! I never really took Rex for a biotic, also. I never, I don't know, it was part of his character that never really came up, and I never really focused on in combat. So I keep forgetting that he's actually a biotic. Story. There we go. 3 towers, 2 Colossus. I would say the stabilizer on this gun is fantastic. So it's strange, sometimes the Mako gets torn to shreds by things, and sometimes it takes a fucking huge beating, and nothing happens. Hello, which one of you still has someone shooting at me? None? Cool. Pop a quick save, because that doesn't sound pleasant. Oh, hello! You fucking assholes. Fuck, I missed it. There. Let's heal up. And I can't revive them melee fight. Yeah, I'm not built for that. I'm a squishy human infiltrator. You okay there, bud? Don't worry, it's over now. Death laying the slam on you. I know some people want to, but I don't want to get slammed by a Geth. Oh, hey there. I'm gonna jump around and be a fucking menace. Room the Undercore's hands for a harsh crowd. World is lost. Someone splashed the gas world's manifest of others, but shuts down. Interesting. Are you guys gonna wake up? There we go. More for me. No, there are some Geth OCs. Terminal. Going for the other Geths banner from the Quarians. I forgot, we leveled up, didn't we? Squid. There you go. Unlock everything. Unlock fitness. God, don't I need it. Medium armor. Perfect. Splodo. Pistol, no. Any better sniper? No, no. Oh, but now I can use medium armor. Nice. Rex, anything for you? Yes. Ali, anything for you? No. Mass Effect 2 and 3 definitely went away from being an RPG to being like an action game with RPG elements, but I don't mind that. It's still fun. So what's with the lack of fucking pockets on these armors? You know the morale boost that soldiers would have if they can have a pocket just to hold like a chocolate bar in?
Message from Admiral Hackett, Commander. Patching it through.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system. We're increasing patrols in the Armstrong cluster to make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region. Nice job, Shepard. You saved a lot of human lives on this mission. Hack it out.
Let's actually back out for a sec. Let's talk to the actual squad mates that matter, see if they have anything new to say. Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
The audio mixing in this game is a bit off.
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Cool. Sorry, Ashley. Rex!
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought I was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What instinct?
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yep. Okay, I think Tali wants to talk about like Geth information.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want to copy.
I'm going to turn up dead. You're dead.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
Yeah.
It'll take years to decipher and analyze the data.
Maybe even decades, but it's worth the time. This information will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Sure, go for it.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt, one I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saren and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything
help
more.
Tali purge.
Thank you, Shepard.
Hey, level up. Let's... Cool. I talked to all the squad mates that matter. Let's head back up. Aiden status? Ah, it's a squad mates that matter. Voyager cluster. Oh, we're going to Jeff Bezos land. He has a whole system to himself.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In
Underwear.
the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space.
We a Cerberus system.
Received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes
care to
have been
Hiroshima?
classified for 26 years.
It's an easy cultural reference.
The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it.
I mean, until there's another nuclear weapon usage.
Could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
Until there's another nuclear weapon usage on Earth to compare it to. Hiroshima and Nagasaki are the reference points.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Well, get to it then, souls. Yep. I'll just channel my inner MacGyver. God, Richard Dean Anderson was a great actor. Survey, Turian insignia. Remar, survey. Wanna read all the lore? No. I think I did the first playthrough. Nuke. Tally would be good for a nuke. He's Tech 2. Accept. Interesting planets. Oh yeah, no, there definitely are, but I've already streamed this once. And while I do, like, all the talking and such, a lot of the writings are just Joker flew in, dangerously load of clouds, and Engineer Adams picked up the probe, or Presley managed to do an interesting scan and managed to pick up a deposit of metal, things for those kind of things, for planets. It's describing its atmosphere and such, and a little bit of history to it. I think Mass Effect 2's writing was a little bit better in that regard. Oh, I see something up to my right that is not on the map. But everything is on the map. Yeah, no, well, I know that everything is on the map. I go by the map just to pick where I first go to, but if I spot anything on the radar, I go to it. Soon period about melted antique avian. God, interesting. Onwards. I see something over there. Bezos. Brain insignia recovered. Unfortunately, this Amazon workers manager is still trying to force him to come into work. The amount of, like, Amazon positions I see in, like, on Indeed and LinkedIn, they just keep appearing. They just cycle through staff so quickly. I would not want to work there. It just looks like that. Yeah, he's a night shift guy. So I think what I should do is this. Maybe. Actually, no, they bring it around. Okay, that's fine. Look at that big ball of radiation. Perfect. Have I actually fucked myself here? There we go. Perfect parking.
The signal's coming from a mine?
Suspicious.
I agree. The probe did not crash. Someone moved it here.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Affirmative.
Let's go. Dude, let's just remove. Anything worthwhile? No. Sag. Now, it's interesting, because this planet doesn't look like it actually has any kind of, water to drip down into here.
That was a detonator, Commander.
Shepard, at last.
Who are
You
you?
have me at a disadvantage.
My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
You assume I give a damn. That's cute.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
It doesn't have to be like this, Halliot.
Empty words from a dead woman. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Sail the bomb before it goes off. Oh no, how difficult. This is so hard to do. Only a trained specialist can disarm this nuke. I know that explosion put all the crates on the way. Versus foiled again. Literal Saturday morning cartoon level villain. Rudder. Now, let's go into... Oh wait, auto level up. Skip remaining. Equipment. Any better snipers come along? No. Any better pistols come along? No. Light armor, light armor, light armor. Garrus. There you go, that's better. That's better. That's better.
Now it gets fun.
You. You. I have no idea if I can actually zoom in more or not. Come on. How many headshots does it take to kill a Krogan? Boys for this guy. I think that's what's his name. Not sure though. Also, why would they hang around when a nuke is about to explode? Like a literal, what was it, 14 kiloton nuke? Were they hoping that it would all just be trapped underneath the mountain? Hiroshima size, I'm told. Yeah, the bomb is the size of Hiroshima. Who knows what kind of explosive damage it would do. Anyone else down there? I don't think so. Anything like this? Time to get out of here. Cool.
That's the last of them.
I was gonna say I could park the Mako up at the exit and walk around to the entrance, so I just have this immediately, but I forgot that they just auto-place this. Also, did they tow the tank here, or did they just actually fucking steal it? I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everyone for joining me. Ah, just that tab of that tally photo again. Who's streaming at the moment? Maple is. He's playing some Hunt Showdown. Thank you for streaming. Thank you all very much. Stick with the raid, you get some birdseed. And I will probably see you all tomorrow. Take care.